Alright, good morning guys. So we're getting ready to fly up out of DFW. Waiting for the train right now. God, I hate coming to airports, man. Always trying to find out where you need to go and making everything on time. But we're going now, finally. Yo, good morning guys. Alright, so we flew in yesterday. Truck wasn't ready, so they put me up in a hotel. Wasn't too bad. Shitty hotel actually. But I mean, otherwise than that, first thing this morning at like 6:30, they called me and said everything's ready. Picked me up, got me here. So we've already looked at the truck a little bit. I'm gonna get you some video. We're gonna go put our gear in, go hook up to the trailer, and then we got to get some other paper. All right, guys. All right, this is the truck. So it is a used one, 2022. They just did all their service, whatnot on it. I kind of been looking over it, you know, gonna take pictures of all the damage and stuff like that. Try to get everything I can nitpicked on it, but just because if, you know, anything doesn't work out, I don't want to be reliable for any kind of damages on this. But I mean, so far I love the diamond stitched. So we're gonna get crawled up in here somehow, or we'll put the camera down and then we'll get our stuff in. Alrighty, we're in. So it looks like truck has 371,854 miles, 4,254 hours. So, what is that? Is that a touchscreen? Alright, man. I mean, honestly, it's not too bad looking in here. It's a little rough. It's like this piece of crap seat. It's got a Legacy over here, so that's semi-decent. Looks like they cleaned it up pretty good. It has a fridge. It's got a closet with some nasty stuff in there we'll have to clean. What else? We got a bunk up top. All this stuff. All this right here. I don't see a TV mount, but most of the time they do. Trim pieces, stuff like that. No things broken off. The bed looks new, but I mean, I'm gonna assume it is. If it is, I don't know. I love the diamond stitch though. Black interior. Honestly, it's not too bad. Let's get some stuff unpacked real quick. We'll crank the truck up. All right, guys. We got the truck hooked up. We got a new trailer. Actually, that's all my flatbed equipment. That's all what I'm purchasing. So I gotta untarp everything or whatever. Start loading it up. I'm gonna do inspection. They gave me a brand new trailer too, so get to set it up exactly the way I want it. I'm gonna test it all out. But yeah, this thing is brand new. Dang. Hell yeah, I'll take a brand new trailer. Some Windex. So yeah, we're actually dang, it is a brand new trailer. I ain't gonna lie. So we got to get everything unboxed. I'm gonna try to do that as I go, because I want to get on the road pretty quick. But I want to get all this stuff secured and put where I want it and how I want it. So got a little bit of work to do. So let's get to it. All right, guys. So we got chains, 3/8 by 20 foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we got 10 of them. These are trailer. These are for the trailer. Okay, we got. Trying to see what all we got in here. Because I got to do a checklist anyways. I got some rubber edge protectors. Okay, we got a buck. I don't know how many's in there. I'll count them up. Gotta get a knife. All right, guys. That took me quite a bit, but I got all the chains, binders, edge protectors. I got the dunnage right there. I got the tarps right there. I unload that pallet. I got all the straps added on. And I loaded up in here with rest of the 4-inch, 2-inch, coil roll straps, all that good stuff. So everything's done. I think we already got our first load, but we got to go in and finish up some paperwork, and we're good to roll. All right, guys. I don't know if I'm supposed to be recording, but we're on our first pickup. We're at a steel mill. So we're picking up here in Chicago. that Atlas tube. We got a full load. We're at the tarp it and everything. So as soon as we get all loaded, tarp, we'll go over it, and then we're going to be headed down to Cuttingham Steel in Birmingham, Alabama. So let's see what happens. We're finally getting loaded, but I'm just kind of sitting here right now, waiting until I get loaded, and then I got to go over to another bay and then finish loading, and then I got to tarp everything. All right, guys, quick update. So we got the first door bay we were out getting loaded up. Now we're at the second bay. Let's see, right over here, that little area, you have safety nets that attach to your right and left side of your trailer that you're required to use. If not, you get banned from the facility after that. But basically, after I'm done getting loaded here at this bay, I'll back up over there, and then I'll strap the load down, and then I'll secure with the tarp, and probably have to give you a video once we get down to the gas station or something, because I don't know how they feel about recording at this facility. So all right, guys, we're here at the first drop off or delivery. Dude, I got these shoes at Walmart. They're steel toes. They almost look like some DCs, so pretty happy about these. They're only $39. But there it is. We're about to untarp, unstrap, do everything ready, and then they're supposed to come out and let me know which door I need to go into. So let's get her done. All right, guys, we got to fold up the tarp. Pretty simple. Fold it in, flip it in, same thing. Put it together, flip it, roll it, bungee it, and we'll be good. Same thing on that one. Get the blankets, bungees. So all right, guys. So we are. Look at that lazy guy. Now we're inside the plant right now. They're unloading the 20 footers, and then I'll pull forward, and then he'll start loading the 48s. So to give you a little look at what's going on up in here. But yeah. So we're like 3.8 miles away from the next pickup, and it's going to be headed down to New Home, Texas. So I'll be passing through the DFW area, and this thing delivers, since it's the weekend, I won't get anything till Monday. I think it's 979 miles. So I'm going to try to make it in the DFW area, somewhere in Fort Worth. My wife's going to come out because her birthday a couple weeks ago, but her mom and all of them want to do a birthday dinner. So I told them, I was like, I'll park, find a truck stop, shut it down for the night on tomorrow, Saturday, and I'm gonna go with them, and then the kids are gonna stay the night at Granny's house, and then she's gonna come back, and we're gonna go hang out somewhere out there or whatever, just kind of hang out together. But we'll keep you updated on the next pickup. All right, guys, we're at the second pickup. Try to do a screw link. Getting loaded with some pipe, headed down to Texas. But these fellas out here, man, they're very cool. Gave me some water, because I'm not dummy. I didn't buy no water. Let's see, we got our pipe stakes up. They're actually putting the dunnage on right now. But it looks like all this is headed down to the same area. So I'm gonna try to drop it on Sunday, just because I'm gonna chill at the house or not at the house, but I'm gonna chill with the wife while I'm in the Fort Worth area. That only put me about less than 4 hours away from delivery. So Sunday morning, I'll call and let them know and swing right on down. Otherwise than that, let's either drive and Saturday drive there and then deadhead back to the DFW area, but I don't want to do that because I want to try to keep with my empty miles being as less as possible until they put me on a load for Monday. So I don't want to end up screwing my own self. So we'll drop on Sunday and then find a place to park and I guess relax. We're all loaded up. Got a strap down, 9 straps. Let's roll. All right, guys. Ready to give you a quick update. We are here at, I don't know, New Homes, Texas. Got this pipe I got to drop off. I'm at the job site. I've already got the straps, most of them off, besides 2 of them. And I got the pipe stakes up on both sides, just in case if they need me to move anywhere over here. But yeah, that's going to be it for the first week actually working here. I won't know any of the, how much I actually got paid and all that good stuff. Like, I know what I got paid, but I don't know what all, like, the expenses and whatnot and fuel and everything because of the fuel discounts. So, alright guys, so let's go over these numbers on this 1 week so far, and then we're also going to talk about how everything breaks down with this lease purchase. So I did 2 loads. The way their pay period works, they hold back a week, so from September 8th to September 15th. I'm guessing it's first thing in the morning when you deliver, it counts, and then it starts again, or something like that. I'll find that out on this one, because there should be for this pay that I'm gonna get when I get paid, which is gonna be, first payday will be on the 19th. Okay, so that's what this 2 loads will be. So the first one I did was from Chicago to Birmingham, and it was 652 miles. Now I opted, there's 2 options. One option is you can get paid percentage, other option is you get paid by the miles. I opted for the miles, right? And you get an $8,000 sign-on bonus, which is every 3 months you get $1,000, which is pretty good. So I'm gonna do the miles for now for the first 3 months, see how it goes, and then if we want to switch over, I'll probably do it when I hit 6 months. Wait until around next year when fall comes, when things might start moving more. I'd rather just have the security option with the miles for now, and it's $1.95 a mile. So it was 652 miles. Now I haven't asked if I get empty miles with getting mile pay, or if it's just loaded miles. I have a feeling it's just going to be loaded miles. So, but my empty miles was 39.5. So that load is going to pay me $1,271.40. I estimated about 93 gallons, and I just had it set at 7 miles to the gallon, and then 10 gallons for APU runtime. So APU should run half a gallon every hour. 2-day trip, I figured at least 10 extra gallons. But like I say, I'm going to figure all this out as I go, get back into doing this with the lease purchase, and if it even works out. Second load, I picked up in Birmingham, Alabama, which was 3.8 miles from where I dropped off, and then goes all the way down here to New Homes, Texas, which is paying 979 miles. So that comes out to $1,909.05, which is a grand total of $3,180.45. Now, I started on Wednesday because when I flew in on Tuesday, right, because Monday they said they weren't going to have the truck ready, that they wanted to make sure they had it ready on Tuesday. Well, when I got there Tuesday, truck still wasn't ready, put me up in a hotel. So I didn't leave out until Wednesday after I got everything checked over, got all the trailers set up, did all that, and then finally got to run. So it kind of is what it is, with missing a few days, which could have been more miles. So total miles that I've driven on the truck since I got it, and this is empty miles, loaded miles, and going out of route or whatever, was 1,705 miles. That's what I did. It's not bad. Definitely could have been a lot better. If you take out the empty miles, then you would, if you just did the loaded miles, would be a total of what? 652 plus 979, 1,631 loaded miles, which is not bad for just a few days. So, estimated, I had a sneeze. Oh, I did have a sneeze. So estimated miles or gallons for this trip was 140 gallons. That's what I estimated, 7 miles to the gallon. And I figured 3 days for the weekend, 15 gallons for APU. I put an extra 10 gallons just to be on the safe side, depending on where I come. And whenever I get, first thing in the morning, I get unloaded and dispatcher sends me my load, I need to be able to make it either to a gas station or to the pickup and then to a fuel stop. So I just kind of put a little extra in, because I didn't have any fuel when I got the truck. Alright, so there we go. Now let's go over what they're going to be taking from you. You know, when you start out, lease purchase, they always got a fixed rate. Okay? Now some of this stuff might not apply. I think there's only like one thing that doesn't apply to me. So, let's see. So all the tolls are covered when you do the miles rate. You per mile, all the tolls are covered by Road Legend, which is good. I don't have to pay no tolls. I like that. Okay. So, for the truck that I've got right now, and I've already looked up value-wise because I wanted to know what I was going to be paying. Like, that was something really was like, man, is it worth it? Now, I've looked up a lot of trucks. I've also was looking up miles and other trucks in the same 2022 model. Either you got the next gen look or this gen look. Depending on the motors and stuff like that is how it ranks in value. Because right now with my miles and my year model, it says depending on if it's a PACCAR or if it's an XS15 or the Cummins, it could vary. But it's around $60,000 to $70,000 is what it says, right? So I'm over here like, okay, I don't got the next gen look, I don't got the Cummins, I got the PACCAR motor. So I'm like, okay, it's a little bit less value, right? But also you got to take in consideration condition. Everything looks good on this truck. There's right there on the steps, there's some black broken plastic. Not too bad. There's a couple little dings on this side of the cab. Looks like little rock dings or whatever. Interior wise is really good, not too bad, but it's got some options in here, which it has the digital dash, it has the navigation system with all the Bluetooth with the radio and all the perks that it has, and then it's got the digital gauge that you can pop up and have I think there's 7 gauges, yeah. So it's got all that, which is a good upgrade. It's got the diamond stitched that peanut butter on the doors. It's got the diamond stitched black and orange in the back of the sleeper. It's got the diamond stitched up here. I mean, it's got the wood grain. I mean, I just feel like the value of it is it's about probably around $65,000 maybe. And it's got the fridge, and it's got the APU, and it's got the inverter. So it's got a lot of good stuff. So I'd say value-wise, I'd say probably, it's probably right at that $65,000 range. That's what I think maybe this truck would be worth. If you was to go to like a dealership or something. So that was one thing that I was looking at. So let's go over this. So on here, sorry if I'm just kind of rambling and chilling. I mean, I ain't got nothing else to do right now. I'm waiting until in the morning. I could have been at home, but instead I'm here. So for the first year, so I got 2-year term. It's 104 weeks because everything goes bi-weekly. So let's do this. So 52 weeks, 52 weeks. So the first 52 weeks is the first year. My weekly payments will be $800 for the week. And then my second year will be $775 for the week. Okay? Truck insurance. I pay $75 per week. It it drops down by $25 each year. Okay, so we got $75 and $50. Splitting them up for the year, I want to make sure, you know. Okay, now here's this one. This one I didn't really like. So APU, I got to pay $75 for the APU. Now it says it's from the lease, or the lease company or whatever. It gets paid out. I think it's kind of ridiculous, but that's $75 each, okay, for a year, whatever. Okay, and then $65 for plates and highway taxes. Right, so $65. Okay, and okay, so that first one, that's payment to the lease company, right? That's the lease company. All right, now payments to carrier. All right, it says $50 a week is IFTA, right? Whatever. $35 is occupational insurance, and then $50 for driver emergency fund / escrow. Okay, which I don't understand why it would be an escrow if it's emergency fund, but so that's per week as well. And it says right here, the driver can raise this amount for additional savings at any time. The funds are set aside for the contractor and can be used towards truck payments when taking time off. You will receive the full amount back on the day you return the truck if leaving. So you get your emergency fund, so that's good. Okay, now we got escrow. It's a $2,000 escrow account that we got to have, and it says right here $100 a week, but on my other paperwork I signed, it's $150 a week. So it ends up being, instead of being 20 weeks, it's 16 weeks. So on the escrow, we pay it's just $2,000. That's just what it is, and that's just going to be $150 a week. Okay, because that one, that's going to come off eventually after 16 weeks. I won't have to worry about that $150 no more, which is good. Okay, truck maintenance escrow. It's $400, right? So the second year, the escrow goes up to $425. Or no, my bad, $450. $450 for the year. Okay. Now it says right here, second year is $450 per week. Okay, it says it caps at $10,000. It can be used for maintenance as well towards paying off the truck in the last year of the term. So, the first year, I'm going to use it to take care of whatever maintenance, which it takes, my math, it would take 6 months to get that $10,000 cap up. So, first 6 months, I'm going to try to do all the maintenance, take care of whatever needs to be done. Second 6 months, I'm going to try to focus on getting that $10,000 cap up. So, but I'm just going to, we got that written down. Okay. I'm going to explain all this once I get the numbers. Okay. And it says the escrow amount will be shown on your statement at all times, which is good. But you didn't say that about that emergency fund deal. I'll ask you about that. If you return the truck or terminate the lease, the truck maintenance escrow cannot be withdrawn. It will be applied towards depreciation, and any necessary repairs or physical damage to the vehicle. So right there alone, that basically tells me that there's a potential that you won't get that back if you leave. So I'm going to use that shit, I'm going to use it up. I'm going to use it for whatever maintenance and make sure, because I don't think they did all the maintenance. When I got the truck, they said they serviced it all. And I looked at it and I popped the hood and I was like, these filters, I see the water separator filter look black, like completely black with little crystals in it. So I don't know when the last time it's been done. Monday morning I'm calling, I'm going to find out when the last time oil change, all the filters fluid, all that good stuff, PM, anything's been done, because I'm going to use my money to take care of it. At least it's going to be done, you know, make sure the truck's 100%. Okay. Then we got flatbed equipment cost. So all the equipment that came with it, chains, binders, tarps, all that good stuff, that comes out to $3,100. Okay. If needed, full equipment can be provided by Road Legend. First week, you will have to pay a down payment of $600, 20%. Right? So that's coming out my first week. The remaining cost will be deducted at $150 per week. No interest will be charged. So that's going to be $150 a week on that. And then pet deposit. You pay $1,000 for 10 weeks for $100. I ain't got no pets, so I ain't worried about that. Okay, included with this program. So it says trailer rent is included, maintenance, normal wear and tires, or normal wear and tear and tires and breakdowns. Tire blowouts are not covered. Underinflated tire damage is not covered. Physical and accidental damage is not covered. So that one right there kind of gets me a little bit. If I'm paying all this insurance, like, is it come out of my pocket that thing is totaled? I mean, curious, but whatever. Cargo insurance, they covered it. Log IX anywhere, it's for BOLs, ELD and services, it's all covered. Load cutoff time is Monday. Fuel cutoff time is on Sunday. Okay, so there we go. So fuel cutoff is today, and the load cutoff, so Monday today is when it cuts off. Pay is on Friday. Bill ladings need to be sent anywhere no later than Wednesday. All weekly charges are running no matter what. All expenses that are falling behind will be deducted from your next settlement. Write off expenses on your taxes. As an owner-operator, you'll need a corporation. You pay won't have any taxes taken out. You'll have to file for yourself, that's typical. Okay. Alright, well, now that we know what all we got to pay, let's do some math and kind of figure it out. 800 times that by 52. For the first year for the truck, I'm going to pay $41,600. Okay, well, whatever was next was insurance. $75 times that by 52. Comes out to $3,900. And then $75. What was that one for? That is too much stuff. Okay. APU. So $75 for that is $3,900 as well. So and then we got $65, and that is going to be for taxes and plates and whatnot. 52. Comes out to $3,380. Okay. Driver emergency fund, 50 times 52. $2,600, $30 for the, or $35 for the occupational insurance. Goes out to $1,820, and then $50 for. Oh no, the other one, the first one, $50 was for IFTA, then occupational insurance, then it's driver emergency fund. Should be $2,600 as well. And then we got the $2,000 for the escrow. And then we got $400 for the maintenance, which honestly the best, I'm just gonna put it in here for the max amount. So 1 full year. Okay, that comes out to $20,800 for for the truck maintenance for the first year. And then you got the flatbed equipment, and that's pretty much it. Once that's paid off, you don't got to worry about that. That's $3,100. Okay, so on the second year, we're looking at $775 times that by 52 equals $40,300. And then the insurance, which goes down $25 times that by 52 equals $2,600. And then 65, same thing, 3,380. Then you got IFTA, $2,600. Then you got occupational insurance is $1,820. And then you got emergency funds, $2,600. Then you got $450 for maintenance for the second year. Comes out to $23,400. Okay, so the total price of the truck is going to cost you $41,600 plus $4,300. The truck is going to cost you $81,900. Now, the way I look at that is, it's not bad. You know, minus I value this at around $65,000. It's about $16,900 basically in interest, the way I look at it. It's not bad. Okay. Mainly we want to worry about the driver stuff. So we got insurance, not a big deal. What else did we have? We had insurance. Then we had oh, here we go. Truck APU. That's one because it's attached to the truck. So that was something I was really like, what the heck? So we got $3,900 plus $3,900. That comes out to APU, comes out to $7,800. If you do the full term, I mean, you're looking at paying $89,700 for your truck with the APU. It already comes with it, it's already on there, but whatever. It's almost $90,000 you're going to be spending. Dang near close. It's not too bad. Still think it's pretty high, just because of the APU crap. So next up, driver escrow, which I don't know if you'll use it at all. You might, but 26 plus 26. Driver fund comes out to $5,200. Okay, and then we got maintenance, right? So the first year, I mean, you get to use that towards your truck. And this is where I kind of been thinking about it. My first year, I want to try to use as much as I can, use it for all what I can, tires, whatnot, whatever needs to be done the first year, right? Hopefully I got 10,000, maybe I even have more. I mean, doing this math, 20,800 that could be in there by the end of my first year, after all my maintenance, let's just say, because I highly doubt it'd be that unless I blow a motor or something, or transmission. But let's just say I use maybe $5,000, there's 15 left in there. Well, the good thing is my second year, I mean, literally, I'm going to have $2,600, which I'll probably leave that alone, because I'm going to try to use what I got put up. Maintenance fund and driver emergency fund. I would like to use that, especially whenever I do take time off. Like Christmas and New Year's, I like to take it off altogether, a whole week, you know, and I'm hoping I can do that. So I'm gonna try to put all of it towards it. So I would say the second year coming into it, I would automatically just take that $40,300 and it just say I got $15,000, right? And I pay that towards my truck immediately. That means I owe $25,300. So I might not even be, I wouldn't have to be here for 2 years, right? Because if you divide that $25,300 that's left, divide that by the $775, that only leaves me 32 weeks that I would have to do. I mean, 32 weeks. And you got to think, that's 52. I mean, just, you can get half that and be able to pay almost within another, I don't know, 3-4 months. So I would say about less than a year and a half if you use it right and nothing extremely bad happens to your truck or anything like that. And then when you decide to leave, then you'll have the rest of your escrow to get back because you bought the truck, you know, so you ain't got to worry about that. You get your maintenance money unless you use it all to pay for the truck, but at least you'll get the, you know, at least you'll get your $2,000 escrow. Whatever driver emergency fund you got left, you're going to get that. I mean, so you can probably make it work, but it all depends on the company too. And I'm hoping that that's what can happen here, but you never know. Anything can happen, but I'm trying to have a positive mindset when it comes to doing this. I like the numbers. They're not bad. The truck's actually really nice. My wife, she actually likes it. Father-in-law, mother-in-law, them, they like it. The kids love the color. And I think it'd be a great addition to all my trucks at home. Because then I can start using it. So, for whatever I want after that. But yeah, so far, that's kind of what you gotta, when coming into this, if you want to do the flatbed division. I don't know their drive-in and reefer and their flatbed with the tarp that's already on it. I think that pays $1.80. What is it, $1.80? It says it on here. If you do that, I think it's $1. Yeah, $1.80. So you get 15 cents less because, you know, you have to actually tarp and do your work. Unlike the other one, you just strap it, chain it, whatever, and roll the tarp back. But yeah, that's pretty much it. On the next video, I'll actually tell you exactly, like I'll pull up my settlement sheet, and I'm actually going to go over the numbers for this week. But I want to get this out there to you now, guys. I want y'all to see kind of what I'm going through. And starting off with Road Legend. So far, it's been really good. The only downfall I didn't like is, you know, the truck not being ready. I ended up having to wait 2 days and ended up losing some pay. And even on Wednesday, because Wednesday, I mean, my dispatcher told me, he's like, hey, I'll call the broker and let them know you're going to come early to come pick up that since you're already done doing all your truck stuff. I got there at 12 o'clock. I didn't leave until 7 at night. You know, my appointment was at 3. So I literally killed a whole day. Basically lost a whole day. And I mean, it just killed me. And the way he had it set up, because he thought, you know, me delivering on Friday, I could have delivered on Thursday if I would have got everything done. I could have drove straight down there Thursday morning, delivered, and then picked something up Friday. But then, like I say, it did something small, and it did something for the weekend, maybe got more miles. But we're going to let that be for now. We'll see how this new week comes up and how it's going to be. But that's going to be a wrap for this video. Stay tuned for the next one. I'll try to keep giving you all as best and as much footage as I can, because some places might not let me do any recording. So I hope y'all enjoyed everything that I've showed y'all so far. Hopefully it's helpful. Leave your comments down below, and we'll see you on the next one.